But am I approachable though, or am I just
You're not
not
approachable. You're
serious?
scary to go to.
Is there specific things that you feel that you could come to me for, and there are certain things that you go to your mom for?
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of things I don't want to open up to you about.
So it sounds pretty clear to me that there's one way that is better. One is good for her soul, and one is good for her future. That's what
But you need both.
That's what it sounds like. Maybe I can start out with, is there anything you want to talk about? How was your day?
Welcome to Parenting Untapped. I'm Allie, your host, and this is my father, Tony, your co-host. So today we're going to go into something that every family probably deals with. Should parents act like parents or act like your best friend? And in my household, we all know my mom is my best friend, and my dad's pretty cool, but he's a mean butt. So we're going to be talking about what works and what definitely doesn't.
Well, I already know what works, because when I hear you joke with your mom sometimes, I just want to smack you in the head. But let's really dive into it and see, what do you think is the better way? So, do you like your mom trying to be your best friend? I mean, obviously you do,
Love
but
it.
okay, so explain that. Why do you think it's better?
Yeah, I think it's really easy to open up with mom about certain things, and it's easier to go to her whether something happened at school, and I feel like she is able to give me advice and comfort that I really need.
Okay. So it makes it easier for you to open up things for her.
Yeah, definitely.
What about when she's trying to tell you to do something? How does that? Do you understand the fine line when somebody's such your best friend, where you kind of push them, their requests a little bit away, or what? How is that like?
Oh, so there's some times where I could probably cross the line in things. Like, I'm not sure whether she's joking or not, and I don't really take what she wants very seriously. Like, whether it's like, oh, let's come down and go eat. Like, I'm not sure. Like, she's just like suggesting it, or it's like, okay, you need to be down here and eat.
So does it feel that much different when you're talking to your mom versus when you're talking to me?
Yeah, I feel like you have a very strict tone where it's like, you got to do it like right away. What you say?
Tone is it tone? So, but do I listen, or I don't listen at all?
No, you listen, I think, but you're more focused on, I guess, like, not on, like, comforting me, but also, like, helping me grow as a person and just getting things done.
So I'm like a fixer, which is it's a dude thing. We hear a problem, we like to give suggestions on to fix it. I know your mom tells me all the time. Sometimes she's not looking for a fix, just looking for a shoulder to lean on, or ears to listen to. So but with me, I guess I'm more of the traditional parenting style. What do you feel about that?
I definitely like that you kinda keep me on my toes.
But am I approachable though, or am I
You're
just
not
not
approachable. You're
serious?
scary to go to.
Okay, tell me. What is so scary about going to me?
Wow, you guys kind of play like a good cop, bad cop type, so going to you feels like I'm gonna be lectured.
And your mom don't? Your mom don't lecture you? I hear your mom lecturing a lot more than me. I just, it's a little bit easier to say yes or no with me, where your mom is like, okay, you can't say no right away. You have to wait. So she beats around the bush a little bit more, for sure.
Mhm. I think I'm a little unsure, like, I guess, in which point should I, like, kinda stop and, like, kinda lock into what she's saying or, like, sometimes, like, take her seriously.
What about your friends? I mean, are when you talk to them, is it the dynamic kind of similar to our household, where one is the more stricter one and one is the best friend?
Oh, definitely. One of my best friends have actually, I think, the same, like, stylistic, like, her mom she's best friends with her mom, goes to her mom for everything, and her dad's, like, really strict as well.
Do you think that by us being really strict, it's harder to connect with us though, or is it?
I think it's playful between us, like, it's not but it's not, like, anything, like, so serious. You know what I mean? Like I can come to you about things, but I don't think there's anything I would like really come to you and like if I had like a really deep problem, like
Is there specific things that you feel that you could come to me for, and there are certain things that you go to your mom for, like, boys or, those type of topics? Like, I'm curious.
yeah. I was just talking to mom about that, like friends, guys, like I could come to her about like kind of like my social life, and then with you, I come more like academically.
Academically, me? Your mom's the academic, not me.
No, but like you get me on track.
Okay. So so there is obviously a need for both side at some point. Do you think that having both parents a specific way uh is good, or do you think the dynamic of having a kind of a mixture, good cop, bad cop?
I think a mixture is definitely needed. I think I respect mom for allowing me to open up in ways that I can't with you, and I think I respect you for allowing me to grow better as a person.
Hmm, interesting. Now I got a question. Do you think parents, by being your best friend, somewhat lose authority sometimes?
Yeah, I think there's got to be boundaries set. Like with my friend, like I think her mom has like a lot of boundaries growing up, so she kind of learned from like kind of like even though her mom's her best friend, she kind of learns like what not to do with her mom still. But I think mom has always been like that best friend to me that sometimes I lose sight of like that authority figure. If that makes sense.
So is that why sometimes she tells me, "Hey, you need to go wake her up because I can't wake her up no more. She doesn't wake up."
No, I just don't hear her.
You don't hear
I'm
her.
sleeping.
So is it because it's her, or is it just my voice is louder and deeper? So it's kind
It's
of,
definitely that. Like I hear your footsteps. Okay, so like when like you wake me up, right? And I go back to sleep and then I hear your footsteps right outside the door. I'm up.
or could it be consequences? Because with me, it gets quicker to the consequences than you with your mom. I'm just curious. Do you ever think that, like, kind of like, you know, it's fine, versus me, where it's like, okay, I already know this guy's boiling hot very soon. I better get to it.
Especially when you just woke up. But mom's but mom's more like, yeah, she gradually tells me something and then she just blows up.
Okay. So in an instance where parents need to get something out of their child, there is a benefit to being the stricter or the more parent, right?
The bad cop.
The bad cop. I don't. How am I the bad cop? I don't even get it. I think I'm pretty easygoing compared to a lot of people out there.
Well, like with you and mom, it's like you're the bad cop, she's the good cop.
But yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of times where, to be honest, we're on the same page. Me and your mom is a team. So
Oh, I know. Every time I tell
I
mom
hear
something,
everything and it comes back to me. And then sometimes I'm the enforcer and.
no, yeah, I tell mom something, I'm like, okay, don't tell dad. And then like the next minute she tells you, and I'm like, okay.
You'd be surprised at things I know that sometimes I act like I don't know, but I know a lot of things.
Oh, I know you do.
So
I know you do.
I'm not that bad. Do you feel, safer to open up to your mom when you're in trouble versus with me? Or do you feel like, hey, you know what, this is an emergency. I'm okay with talking to both, regardless of how my dad is versus my mom.
Ooh, depends. I mean, like if it was like an instance like I snuck out, I'm at a party. I don't do that, but like, I would call both because you guys always taught me that, right? And I know you would rather me
Oh,
be
you wouldn't
safe.
call me if you snuck out,
Yeah, I would.
because I'd leave you there.
No, like what if like or like if something bad happened, like I would call you. Like whoever picks up. But like I guess like if it was like kind of like more of a kind of like a deep thing with my friends, like yeah, I would just tell my mom. Because then you'll be like, why are you wasting your time with this drama? You know?
Do you think sometimes by me being too strict, it closes you off to me?
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of things I don't like want to open up to you about.
So I have to be the bad person. It sounds like it's necessary
It's
for
necessary
my
to
level of strictness, but then, I get closed off. That's not fair, but it's okay.
It's okay.
I accept life is not fair.
Because he still knows everything, guys.
I know, so that's why it's okay to me.
So it doesn't matter.
So what would you say um are the positives that comes out of a strict parent though?
um, keep you on your toes, like keep you on track. I feel like with you, you kind of like tell me it straight up. Whether as like mom, she's unsure if she should say something or if it might ruin the relationship.
So for the growth of you, obviously, like, getting you to hunker down, getting you to refocus, getting you to see the more important things in life, does being a best friend kind of harm you in a way? Because it allows you to kind of go at your own pace, um, and something like that, where you're not taking it more serious, or is it just
I think it could. Yeah, definitely. I feel like with a friend, right? Like you can get distracted and you don't really know when like the stop is. Like I guess like if you guys were talking, right? There's no like moment where she should be like, "Oh, like should I like tell her to go do her homework now or like should I finish listening to her like hour rant about school, right?" And I feel like she kind of listens through that whether you're like you don't want to listen or you don't care to listen because you're like just do your work. So I feel like that kind of like helps me be better by you kind of like pushing off like the distractions in my life, telling me to like focus.
so do you hate it when I stop things like that?
Yes, you don't listen. I want you to listen. I would tell you things, you just don't listen.
But, but sometimes I feel like it's waste of time. So I just want you to kind of understand it from my point of view. I mean, most of the times, I mean, I think a lot of times things that I say, eventually you get, months down the road or something, you look back and like, yeah, you know what? I did waste my time. Like, I mean, I guess that, you know what I mean? As parents, we're supposed to, you know, let you kind of navigate things a little bit. But man, we live in a tough world. I mean, time is very valuable. I mean, we've talked about time all the time, and that's one of my pet peeves in this household is, that we value our time and we stay focused and we know what we have to do. So sometimes, I guess I could be listening to certain things and entertain it a little bit and let you fail a little bit, but I'd rather not. So sometimes I'm just like, hey, you know what? You know, why are you even thinking about this right now?
You and I tell you sometimes and then you do decide to listen, you're just like, wow, that was what you thought was interesting. And then you make me feel stupid. And I was like, well, when it happened, it was interesting at the time, but now just saying it doesn't feel that important.
Why are you making it sound like I'm just horrible? Like I don't listen at all. Okay?
No, he listens. He just after he listens, he's just like, wow, that was not that interesting.
It's a joke, but it probably wasn't interesting. But I mean, I know there's some household out there that are even worse, like
Hmm.
growing up. I mean, I've told you, grandma was super my way or the highway, and sometimes it got to be right, but we still had to deal with it, right? It's a tough thing for parents, right? Because we understand it. We don't ever want to lose our kids to silence, but we also want them to grow and be mature. I mean, I heard a very, well, I didn't hear it, but I saw a reel, and it's really resonated, right? And check this, it's super deep. It was a picture, it was a video of a dad playing with their kids, right? And what did it say? It says, um, dads are supposed to deal with the ones that they can't live without so that they can grow up and live without us. Is that what it says? Something like that. But you get the
I get
idea.
the idea.
For us as parents is, I know it's kind of a sad thing, but, I always say I might not be here forever, right? And our goal in life is to raise you so that one day you don't need us and you can be self-sufficient without us. So we're always really just on track to trying to make sure you grow. And, I feel like I don't have the time to beat around the bush. If you're doing something that
No, I understand
that
that.
I don't agree with, or I'm like, hey, you know what? You shouldn't even bother. You shouldn't even waste your time. It's not that I don't want you to try it, but I just kind of like, dude, it's a sidetrack.
Yeah, I think that's why you gotta like pick your moments on what you really think or what you deem valuable to tell your parents, and kind of like the unnecessary things that happen to you.
Have I always been like this? Have I always been strict, or was I at one point easier going, or how's the evolution of our household? Has your mom always been the best friend? I think so. Yeah.
But yeah.
Your mom parenting strategy is quite unique.
But I think I kind of always knew, like, she kind of tells you. So, like, I don't have to, like, tell you. Like, I just, like, know. But, like, sometimes, like, there's just things where it's like,
Sometimes I hear it, right? I mean, is your mom, is there certain stuff that she really doesn't agree with, and she's very concerned, but I'm just very surprised that she's just, she's very patient in a way where she doesn't react at the time.
oh, really?
She can walk away and then come to me and then be in my ear about it for the whole night.
Like, she doesn't want to tell me directly?
Yeah, she don't want to tell you directly that she doesn't agree with something.
Really?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
She's always judging me. I feel like she's, like, mocking me.
I mean, all the time. There's definitely been a lot of concerns that she's brought up, and I feel like she's always waiting for a better time, which in a way I get is good, right? I mean, you're supposed to be able to find the best moment, right? To teach, I guess you want to say, but I don't know. For me, I'm just like, dude, if I don't like something, I'm just gonna tell her right then and there.
Right.
I mean, I feel like it's okay. You might not like me at that moment, but I trust that I do enough good things that it overweighs any feeling that you have about me for that moment. But it helps me set the foundation and somewhat of a rule in this household, right? Is there anything good that comes like that you can remember that comes out of my parenting style though? Come on. There got to be something.
At times, when you take in replace of mom, like, when you hang with me, we go arcade, you play card games, we watch movies together. Like, I love that. But about your parenting style, I guess, I think it's more of it's like, okay, there's this time to this time you gotta lock in, and then you get your fun, like, this time. You know what I mean?
What's wrong with that? You want fun all day?
I
Look,
want,
I
I want
think
a little bit of that
I
every
mean,
day.
at least I'm telling you, I'm telling you the pathway to how to have fun is you just got to handle your business, and then you can have fun. I mean, what parents are gonna allow their kids to run wild and just have fun all day long?
Well, I mean, like, I feel like in a day, I don't think we talk to each other a lot. Besides if it's like, okay, go eat, do the dishes, go do your work, like that sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
Dang, girl, if I sat there and I listened to everything you had to say, I think we'd both go broke. I wouldn't be able to work, and you wouldn't be able to finish your work, and then I'm gonna leave this earth, and you're gonna be lost.
Oh yeah, there's times when I get home, I'm like telling my mom like an hour story, and then I gotta eat for an hour, and I gotta shower for
Yeah,
an
the day
hour.
is done.
It's gone.
I mean, it makes you feel good. Sure, I get it. But at some point, we want to teach you that sometimes those things are not important. It could hold.
Right. That's why I said pick your moments.
But you don't know the moments because it seems like every day you still talk to your mom for an hour.
Well, I gotta tell her everything. I got an update here about life.
Yeah, and then I'll get on you because you're behind again. And I'm like, yeah, because you're come home and you have like 20 stories to share.
Yeah, you're like, why isn't your work done? I'm like, well, mom was talking to me. Mom's like, I wasn't talking to her. She was talking to me.
Yeah. Do you feel that there's different needs between me and your mom? Like there are certain things that you just come to me for, and there's certain things that you come to mom for, and why?
Yeah, I come to mom for someone to listen to. I come to you if I need to lock in on something.
Okay. Why can't you come to your mom when you need a lock in? I don't understand that.
It's not like she wouldn't like tell
So
me.
you're telling me like friends they don't encourage you to do better?
No, they do.
I'm sure your mom is always constantly telling you. It's just
I think sometimes I just might not hear it.
you don't hear it.
I don't hear it. Like she may have to like repeat it a little bit more. Like with my friends, I kind of like it's more of a suggestion. And I think that's how I feel like with mom. It's like, oh, you could do this, you could do that. But you, it's like, no, you doing it.
So it sounds pretty clear to me that there's one way that is better. One is good for her soul and one is good for her future.
But you need both.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, okay. In terms of growth, yes, I think we need you. Parents like you. But I think in terms of like building your bond and relationship with people, I think it's really good to have someone to lean on and like someone like my mom. So find balance between the two.
But do you ever look at, from, my point of view, I can't sit there for hours to listen to you though. I gotta work. I come home late already from work and, I would love to listen to more of your stories.
Multitask.
Bro, there's no such
He's like,
thing as
"There's no such
multitask.
thing."
I already told you. We already talked about that in another episode. Okay, that's not multitask. That's not the type of multitask that you want. You want to be able to do multiple things that progresses your goal forward. Talking is, I get it. It's good for your mental health.
But
It's
even
good
like,
for enriching your soul.
but even like in the car.
But we do when I drive you to school, we talk. Sometimes you tell me about certain things. I mean, I listen. Those are the good times to
Sometimes.
talk when you're in
But
the
a lot of
car.
times in the car, you're like talking to mom or like you're doing work stuff still.
When I drive you to school, I always ask you. I always ask you. What's going on today, and what you have going on.
Or I tell you.
Or yeah, you tell me and I listen. I
Yeah.
mean, I think those are good times to.
But like just in the morning.
Yeah, I told you, I get home sometimes 8, 9 o'clock at night. What do you want me to do? Talk to 12 o'clock?
Right.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's hard. Whereas your mom is more readily available to, to talk to you. So, I guess it just makes sense that that's the way that we've kind of set it up.
I think I was really like a balance and mix of both, like a little bit of mom and you and a little bit you and mom. But I think the whole bad cop, good cop things that you guys play, I think it's pretty. I guess like it works as well. But I would just like a little bit of comfort from you and a little bit of boundaries and stricter enforcement from mom.
So you want us both to kind of lean a little bit more the opposite way for both of us?
Like half and half, yeah.
Or do you think it's kind of good right now where one person is just completely best friend,
No, I like it. It
super
works.
lenient, and one
but-
person is super strict?
No, yeah. I mean, that works. I mean, I get like one person can't always give that time and one person has to like kind of like enforce the stuff. But I feel like a little bit of both would be nice. But I guess like there's not much time in the day for that.
So I guess, I mean, I don't, do you have anything else to add on this particular topic? I guess, for me, I mean, it's not like it's something that I don't want to do, right? It's constantly finding more time in a day. And I told you, I push you so hard is for that same reason is, I wish I wouldn't be so deep, deep in my work. You know what I mean? I wish, if I can turn back time, I would have started 10, 20 years earlier.
No, yeah, I get
so that
that.
I can have more free time to do some of the things that you talk about. But I think at this point in my career, I'm still so hyper focused on building all of the stuff. So then it's like, it's very, I have very little bandwidth. And then especially with your baby sister too, it's been kind of harder, but I will take that to heart, and maybe I could, give you maybe 15 minutes.
15 minutes, guys.
15 minutes of listening.
Just schedule a meeting every day, 7
You know?
o'clock.
We have our meetings all the time, and I guess we talk, but
We talk about work.
we talk about work, but that's still talk.
I guess, yeah.
What do you want to tell me about? Is there something you want to tell me about right now?
Maybe not on camera.
What is it? Just, you want me to hear more about your friends or
Yeah, my life.
your life?
My friends, everybody, yeah. Mom knows everybody from A to Z who my friends
Okay, sometimes, I don't think that's fair. You talk to your mom about probably your social life, but look, I talked to you about your DECA, all your business presentation. I talked to you about all your speech and debate, mock trial
academic
when
side.
you're there. I was, we talk a lot, girl. Like, how much more you want to talk about?
are. That social part.
Right now, we talk so much about this podcast, about all the different topics that we need to, create.
Yeah. I think that's really helping, like building that bond.
I mean, what more do you want from me?
15 more minutes.
15 more minutes? Wow. All right. Well, we'll see if I can find a way to carve that out. But, I guess it's a wrap. I mean, I guess I didn't learn as much as I thought I would learn in this episode, other than the fact that I guess, I got to do more. I got to figure a way to kind of balance it out a little bit. But, like I said, my goal as, I don't know, I can't help it. My job is to make sure that you grow up, and I give you all of the tools you need to be successful. I hope that you build these habits that will make you successful, which is learning how to be focused and not be sidetracked.
And you've been great at that.
And for me, that's kind of my sole purpose in my opinion. And I guess that's not all of parenting. But it's, it's the old school,
And it works.
I mean, but I will definitely take that into consideration and figure out, maybe I can start out with, is there anything you want to talk about? How was your day?
Yeah, maybe
So
that.
But I got to put a timer on, because I know once you get started, we're going to get sidetracked and we'll never stop.
He's like, wait, let me set a timer real quick.
Yeah, I would. That's just how I roll. But so you heard it here. I mean, it seems like there are benefits both ways. I think Ali will not accept one way or the other. But it seems like there's definitely a necessary mean for both style of parenting.
Definitely.
And if you can find that perfect balance, maybe play that good cop, bad cop, because it works in this household. For the most part, we think we did a pretty good job with Ali here. Until next time,
Yeah.
thank you very much. And if there's always topics that you guys want us to talk about, make sure you leave it in the comments and we'll get to it.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning into Parenting Untapped. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to follow and subscribe wherever you listen so you don't miss the next one. Want to gain even more valuable insights into understanding and connecting with your teens? Then head on over to parentinguntapped.com and subscribe to our email list for exclusive updates. Until next time, see you later.